Badminton is a racket sport played by either two opposing players or singles, or two opposing pairs or doubles, who take positions on opposite halves of a rectangular court that is divided by a net. Players score points by striking a shuttlecock with a racket so that it passes over the net and lands in their opponent's half of the court. A rally ends once the shuttlecock has struck the ground, and the shuttlecock can only be struck once by each side before it passes over the net. Shuttlecock or shuttle is a feathered projectile whose unique aerodynamic properties cause it to fly differently from the balls used in most racket sports. In particular, the feathers create a much higher drop, causing the shuttlecock to decelerate than a ball. Shuttlecocks have a better or a much higher top speed when compared to other racket sports, as the shuttlecock is stubbornly affected by wind. Competitive badminton is always played indoors. Badminton is also played under basic rules and regulations of play. First, a game of two or four. Badminton can be played as singles or doubles. In a single rally, there will be two players, while in double rally, you can pair with your friends and a play game of four, but the players are set like the set of cards. 2. Left or right. You cannot randomly choose your side as you wish. This basic badminton rule, which need to be followed at the beginning of the game. When the server's score is even, you are at the right service score. If the server's score is odd, choose the left side. Third, know your weapons. Badminton is played with a strength racket and a shuttlecock. The cock is topped with feathers and have a rubber base. The player should always hit the rubber base and the feathered part. Each player can use a single strength racket. Fourth, the serve. The serve is the basic of any badminton play. Serve is the term used according to badminton rules to hit the cock during the beginning of each rally. Fifth, begin it by a toss. The basic rule and regulation of any badminton rally, ethic Olympics of your family play is that the game always begins with a toss. When playing with your friends, stop fighting for the first serve because you're in the box of the badminton rules. Sixth, the net trap. The net trap is vital and villainous equipment in the play. If the shuttlecock hits the net or even touches the net, disqualified. 7. Tame your hands and your feet. While the play is on, your feet should never touch the white line bordered around you. Your hands are your racket. A hand touch is a full play, which is beyond the shadow of any doubt. 8. That's a full play. According to the basic rules of badminton, if your cock touches the ground if you hit it to one court, that's considered a foul play. 9. Don't be bully kid. Well play should always never or tempt your opponent while he or she is serving, which may be part of their concentration. Hunting the opponents or trying to bully them by any means is unpardonably offensive. 10. The landing. The shuttlecock, which is either served or hit, should land inside the service court. Any cock which flew away The white boundaries will not be counted, and your opponent will definitely score. 11. Duck out. If the following badminton are continuously broken by a player, then the referee has the undue right to duck out the player's point or the other player from the game. 12. 21 steps ahead. To win the game of badminton, you must score points before Here are some badminton safety protocols. One thing that's been a big debate globally though is the operation of health facilities and whether or not it's safe for other people to go to the gym or engage supporting activities. Badminton and other sports or forms of exercise is essential in battling the COVID-19 virus. To increase one's immunity and avoid getting sick, proper diet, vitamins, and exercise must all be balanced. But again, the point of playing badminton regularly during the pandemic is to strengthen our bodies and not to contact the virus. So before you grab your racket and step out of the house, read, read up on these badminton safety tips to ensure a fun, safe, and corona free exercise session. First is to ensure proper transportation to and from the court. If you're playing with your regular group, arrange transportation to and from the court so that you guys will be sharing rides. As much as possible, do not share rides with individuals that are not in your own cohort. Second, masks should be worn appropriately. It is recommended that those who are not playing wear their mask, especially if they're in common areas. But make sure that you do not wear one when you're engaged in a game or you're still trying to catch a breath after a match. Next, hand hygiene is crucial. Wash your hands before and after each activity, especially if you touch surfaces in the badminton court. Apply the 20-second rule when washing your hands, and if you have a hand sanitizer or alcohol available, keep it on your person as much as you can. Next, be mindful of your hands. Keep your hands to yourself as much as possible, but even so, mind where you touch. Refrain from touching your eyes, nose, mouth, and face, especially when you're in a game. Next, social distancing. Social distancing must be observed. Maintain at least 1 meter distance between yourself and anyone else in the court. When sitting on benches, keep at least a couple of meters between one another. Next, avoiding sharing anything. Think of it. If shaking hands, high fiving, and such should be avoided. Another important thing that you should not share with others is your water bottles. Make sure you label it or at least put it somewhere that no one else can mistakes as theirs. Next, don't lie about your medical condition. Badminton can be addictive and we know risk because we are addicted. But please don't go to the court and risk yourself and everybody else if you're sick. Stay home and rest. If you're showing any symptoms or respiratory illness such as fever, cough, or difficult breathing, limit your contact with others